Chris just talked about this a little bit, is AI Studio. It allows creators to create an AI extension of themselves, right? So you can create this AI extension of yourself that's kind of trained on your Instagram, and it can reply to your common DM questions, to story replies. It can push out merchandise for you, links to your favorite brands, events, and others. And these are opportunities to kind of monetize kind of longer term, but it helps you.
Could somebody use it for like their dating app? Like, I don't want to talk to these guys.
You could do that. I don't know how interesting it would be.
Maybe that might be an app.
It might be an app. Someone out here might be able to kind of create that. So, but yeah, you can create AI agents for kind of anything. If you're a small business owner, I saw a lot of small business owners in the audience. If you're thinking about the future, I predict kind of a future where just as every small business owner has a website, has multiple kind of social media pages, has an email address, it'll be kind of commonplace in the future to have an AI agent that interfaces with your customers, who can kind of own the transaction, who can kind of offer discounts on your behalf, who can help reduce customer churn, retain kind of customers, and enhance kind of overall communication and help you scale. So if you're a small business kind of startup, you may not have the balance sheet and capital to go out and hire kind of 10 sales employees, right? But using some of these AI agents, you may be able to own the customer experience and scale kind of globally on a digital platform without having to make those huge investments early on. So it's creating more equal kind of access to small businesses and helping them scale.
I love that. Chris, the reason people come to a conference like this at the end of the day is to make more money, figure out ways to make more money. Whether I'm coming to find customers, I want to make more money. If I'm coming to find a business partner, to make more money. If I'm coming to find partners, to make, some of them might have came to find a date. Like,
well, that's what those after parties are for.
Some of that might be factual. So I think about AI, blockchain, Web3 in general. How do we practically start to learn about, get involved to make money?
Well, I think the first part, and I think that this is why InvestFest is such an important thing, is you're building a network, and this is an opt-in solution. This is not just out on the street or some random thing that you can just go on YouTube. Like, people are, it's a community that's like, here, I'm ready to make this. I'm ready to make it happen. And one of the things that I've always learned as I've grown up in my career is that it's not who you know, but it's who knows you. And when people are thinking about that next opportunity, when they're thinking about that job, when they're thinking about, oh, who should I hire? Like, you want to make sure that they remember you. And so how can you actually do that? When it comes to understanding like these new technologies, the actual thing where we can all take a little bit of a breath is that this technology is new for everybody. If you're 18 years old, if you're 60 years old, like, it doesn't matter what you've done. This literally, we're seeing a moment right now where we have completely leveled the playing field. And I say that not only just from the entrepreneur standpoint, but from Black culture standpoint as well too. For us to actually be ahead of the curve and be on that.
You can clap for that, you can clap for that.
With Jermaine Dupri at Southside Studios, and I was a music engineer, moved to the Bay. I never saw somebody go from a Prius to a PJ. Okay, because that's Silicon Valley. It's a whole different world. And so I'm like, okay, how can we get more of us in these rooms? How can we get more of us to build these companies, to understand that this thing is happening? Because, regardless of whether or not we think it or not, like, the information is being shared. The information is being shared about Bitcoin when it was $10, when it was $100, when it was $1,000, when it was $10,000. It was just whether or not you had access to that information. And I think that all boils down to like why, we want to come out and why everybody's here today is because you want access to the information. And being tapped into, whether it's people that are writing blogs, there's books, a selfless plug, if you just go on a16z.com, like, literally we have some of the world's smartest people writing across all different sectors. And if you understood every single thing, I don't even understand everything everybody said. If you can understand that, like, that will lead you down these rabbit holes. But like, it's easier now than ever. In order to be successful, you just have to do the work and you have to get the information.
I'm gonna stick with you on this, Chris. We talk about historically, 15, 20 years last, if you wanted to be doing financial technology, you needed to be in New York. If you wanted to be doing blockchain, you needed to be in Miami. If you were building other tech, you need to be in Silicon Valley. Where do I need to be now if I'm trying to build specific verticals?
Look, I think that you have an opportunity to build wherever you start. But if you want to be in the music industry, Atlanta is one of the best places in the world. LA is one of the best places in the world. If you want to be in the film industry, Los Angeles. You have to go where the network is. And so, right now, if I look at, you can just do data research on where are the best companies getting invested. Like it's still in, it used to be all in the cloud, like the remote workplace, but like it's coming back. I hate to say it, but we gotta get back to the office.
Yes.
And I know you guys know that, I know you know that. And so,
Why? Why do we need to go back to the office? Why is this important?
Yeah, I think from my perspective, I think it's being able to see people every day and have those relationships and those kind of water cooler conversations. That's where a lot of the work happens, right? It's tough to build community over Zoom calls, right? And I think there's this meaningful kind of social interactions you have with people in the office that allow you to seize moments and opportunities. There's so many times when I'm in the office and something comes up that's kind of urgent, and you kind of walk down the hallway and kind of grab me. We can get on a whiteboard for kind of 30 minutes and go hash something out, whereas over Zoom that might take 2 or 3 calls over kind of 2 weeks. So, and then also just opportunities to kind of show up and up-level your career. There's times where someone else may not be around and you're the only person there who can potentially solve a problem, and that might allow you to level up over time. So it's repeatedly kind of doing the same things and being kind of consistent in your career to allow you to kind of seize those opportunities and grow from that. So I love being in the office, kind of the office environment, because it just puts me in a position to be able to succeed longer time.